Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 12th of April. We've got one update today, the Lizard LZ150 by Sleutches Modding. In front of me we have got the bunker silo set, I think. 3.03 megabytes download, 2 slots each on console. These are by Deere 20mm Normandy. We've got a large or big silage clamp. We've got a medium single, we've got medium double, and we've got a manure heap. The manure heap is 4 million litres. I shouldn't be assuming, but I'm assuming it works in exactly the same way as the other manure heaps. If you put it close to the cow barn or pigs, it will automatically fill. There's absolutely no reason at all why it wouldn't. These you'll find under build modes, you'll find them under silos. So we've got for 32 grand the big bunker silo. It doesn't say how much they take. Next to that is the manure heap, which is 5 grand. Then you've got the single medium at 22 grand and the double medium at 46 grand. What's interesting about that is if you went for 2 of the single bunker silos and just use the tab to allow you to place them close to each other, you can get 2 next to each other for 44 grand. I suppose the 46 grand is to save you any mucking around, any hassle. It just automatically places them right next to each other, but you could save yourself a couple of grand if you wanted to. That's the first of the mods. Bunker silo set by DMI 20mm Normandy. Next, this always makes me laugh when you get to a mod and it's going to take you very little time to show it, but the time it took to set it up isn't commensurate with it. This is the cow feed mixer by ZoddelZockt. It is 8.46 megabytes download, 22 slots on console. It's 150 grand to buy, and you'll find it in the production chains. As you can see, straw, silage, hay around the side here, mineral feed, all goes in. What comes out is total mix ration. It takes 1 million litres of straw, 1 million litres of hay, 1 million litres of straw, 1.8 million litres of silage, and then 200,000 litres of mineral feed. That's because the recipe involved for this looks like that. 250 straw, 250 hay, 450 silage, and 50 of mineral feed will give you 1,000 of total mixed ration. I haven't switched that on, but I'll switch it on now. So that's why there's more silage required than the other two. So what should happen is that should all gradually go down perfectly. So as you start to run out, you're not going to have one running out before the others, I would imagine. So that's it. That chugs away. Already 49 litres of total mixed ration being made. It's not a cheap building. You might decide, actually, I'd rather just do it in my mixer wagon, actually. And that's entirely up to you. You can do it with bales, you can do it with loose material, you can do it any way you want. But I know it's one of those things on FS19, all these things, pig food, total mixed ration. We were crying out for mods that allowed us to do it, and now we have them. So you'll find it under production, under factories. Second one in from the end, 150 grand. Slot count will come down from 22 to 1 if you wanted to place any more of them. That would be entirely up to you. As we come around the other side, it's really nice, nicely detailed, looks great. We've got our option there to go into the menu if you want to as well. And then when you want to get your total mixed ration out, you take it out from this side. Automatic lighting. I haven't found a light switch, but then I never do I? So that's the cow feed mixer by ZoddelZockt. Next we've got this. This is the Selfmade CowShed by Didec96. It's 11 slots on console. 8.13 megabytes download. It will hold 45 of your earth cows. Dialogue boxes at this end. I don't think... Oh yeah, we have got... It will open. There we go. We can open the gate. And close the gate if you want to. There's no pasture or anything that goes with it. It's a fairly small building. Slurry comes out of this end. Milk you can take out from this end. Your straw bedding and your feed goes in here. There's a trigger just here. It was very straightforward and easy to do. It's nicely detailed again. It looks old. It looks like it's been around for a while, slightly rusted, quite mottled. The back of the building is dirty, but I like that. It's got that kind of old barn used, lived in look, You'll find this under animals, under your cows. 36,500, that's all it is. Slot count will come down from 11 to 1, does it say there? Yeah, 1. So if we look across at, what's the one that's for 45 cows? That one there, 254 grand. 36,500. It's not bad, is it? It's pretty good. If we go into this menu here and we have a look at them, I didn't fill everything up, but straw, total mix rations in there, and they then should be absolutely golden to do milk, slurry, and obviously if you want manure, then you would put a manure heap like the one that we looked at that's just there. Close to it, and you should have the manure appearing in it. The other thing I just noticed about the double bunk silo, you've got the steps with the bit in between as well, so that's probably why that comes with a little bit extra money required. So that's the Selfmade CowShed by Didec 96. Next, we have this. This is the Rostral Mash BTM 3x4P. This by RusAgroTeh. It's 13.05 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, 3.2 meters wide. It's a disc harrow. What I like about this, when you unfold it, I don't know if you can see just here, you've got your hydraulic cylinders. So it's all raised up to do what it needs to do, but then obviously to lower it down onto the field, use your hydraulic cylinders. But this has got cylinder stops, which I'm trying to think if I've noticed or seen that before. If you're working on vehicles with the cylinders, the risk of them coming down, whatever, the cylinder stops go in, skid steer loaders have them, that kind of thing, so that nothing comes down on top of you. But before operation, you take those out and then everything can work as it should do. Cultivators have them and various different things. This actually has the animation for those being removed, which I think is brilliant. No, not that menu. We want disc harrows. The BGM 3x4P, 8,340, that's all, 150 horsepower required. Now, where it says Design 1, if you look down the front just there, I don't know if you can see the number, it says number 0014. Design 1, Design 2 takes it to 16, Design 3, 18, Design 4, 20, then back to 14 again. Main colour, anything on that palette, does the main frame. Design colour, does the cylinders and pipes and that kind of stuff. And then rim colour, we've got a grey or black on the rims. Those are your options. What we'll do, jump in and I'll show you what I mean. I think it was a really cool thing to have on there. Unfold cultivator, lifts all those out of the way, so that when you lower it down, the cylinders do what they should do without it. It's a simple thing, but it, very cool. Oh man, those two spirals going in towards each other is messing with my eyes. Whoa. But there you go. 3.2 metre disc harrow, shallow cultivation by RusAgroTeh. Next, we've got this by Mantrid. This is the Lizard liquid tankers. These are 6.21 megabytes download. We've got the Tanker Junior, which is 7 slots, and the Tanker Senior, which is 9 slots. 12,500 litres, 50,000 litres. This will take, or these will take, pretty much all liquids plus production ones as well, but unloads to pallets. So if you collect it as a liquid, if you're doing deliveries, if you're doing contract work, if you might be doing a storyline where you're delivering, bearing in mind all those oils that are on the back of that one, they're all oils, and that's grape juice. So why shouldn't you be able to deliver it in a tanker? But then when you unload it, it unloads onto pallets, which is pretty cool. There's a load of different options. Now that one I went with no decals, but what happens when you fill it up, it automatically puts the decal on the back for whatever you filled it with. You can go with a filled pipe as well, so you can see. And what I like about it as well, which I found other ones you don't always get, it actually goes for the colour of whatever you're putting in. When I put the oil in this one, it was like a yellowy for the, I think I put canola oil in it. It might have been sunflower oil. What's this one over here? Now, the only thing you will find, or I have found anyway, I brought out 12,500 litres of sunflower oil. I unloaded it, as you can see, it unloaded onto pallets, no problem at all. But it won't load back up again. I can't get it to pick up from pallets. So that's the only thing. But I mean, the point is, it's supposed to be taken somewhere to be dropped off, as far as I can tell. So if we go into, now my mind's gone blank. Where were these tankers? I think they were under regular trailers. They were. I did look in miscellaneous first of all, but they weren't there. So the tanker tuner is only 29 grand for a 12,500 litre, and at the bottom there it shows all stuff. It will do milk and water and air as well, which is interesting. I'm trying to think one of the maps that had air. That was Sussex Farms, wasn't it, by Alien Jim? Diesel and DEF, and then you've got rocks as well. Liquid fertilizer, herbicide, slurry, digestate, the oils, grape juice, additive, and methane these will take as well. I wonder if Mantrid's been working with Jim. I wonder. And then the tanker senior, 50,000 litre, is 79 grand. Slot counts both come down to 1. I think the options are pretty much the same on both of them. I think they were. So we've got the option of tyres, Continental, street tyres, or off-road tyres. Then you've got Mitas, just as a mud tyre. Nokian has a street tyre. Vredestein off-road tyres or mud tyres on this one. BKT mud tyres, Trelleborg mud tyres, Lizard street tyres, back to Michelin again. You've then got attachers, standard plus trailer hitch on the back if you want a trailer hitch, which is what I brought the other one out with. Then you've got fill types all, so you can have it so it will do anything you want whenever you want. You can have it for the individual things, air, canola oil, diesel, and it will go through. So when you've set it at that, it will only take that product. But then obviously you can change that in your toolbox, in your workshop trigger if you want to. It'll go for all of those. But then what I like as well, it puts it into categories as well. So when you get to, where are we? Here, it then does combinations. So your fertilizer pack, it will do those fertilizers. If you're worried about cross-contamination of other products, you can just have it like that. You can have a vegetable oils combo. You can have the milk, water, and air combo, and then back to all again. But like I say, if you have it on all, as soon as you fill it up, it automatically puts the logo on it for whichever product's in it, which is brilliant. Decal placement, back only, front only, sides only, back and sides, front and sides, back and front, back and sides. Sounds like a haircut, or no fill decal. So it is a little bit different to the other one. Then you've got a fill level indicator, got a fill level indicator. Blimey, yes or no. Then we've got the option of main colour. Anything on this palette. Now we have kind of satins. Well, it's actually more of a chrome, very shiny chrome, and then a more of a flat colour. In all of these different, there's loads to choose from. Then we've got golds, we've got coppers. There's a whole load. Design colour does the strapping, I think. Yeah, the strapping and the bits on the side. And then rim colour, we've got, a whole host of different ones you can choose from for your rim colours on there as well. And license plate too. So if you look at the smaller one, the difference with that is tyre choices aren't as many. Continental, we've got street and off-road. But BKT is off-road only. Trelleborg mud. Vredestein, oh no, off-road and mud. Lizard, Michelin again. So yeah, not as many. Same for the field types. Decal placement on this one is I think only back only, front only, back and front. Yeah, so it doesn't have the front and sides, back and sides, or the field level indicator is the same. And what I'm laughing now, field level. So main color, design color, and rim color are exactly the same as the previous one. So what we'll do, I'll show you what I mean because it's just to be on the safe side, just to make sure I haven't missed something. Let me swing that around. It's not like I can open it or anything. Now it does have the option on both of these to do R1. You've got tip side back single, tip side left, tip side right. I think tip side back was what I had it on, and it put them both sides like that. If you have it on tip side single, I think it just puts it out directly behind, I think. And then tip side left or right, if you put up next to a field, I don't want the indicators on, you can put it by the side of the field next to the tanker however you want to, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, I've got nothing coming up with fill, so I can't fill this up from the pallets. It has to be from a main source. Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense, I guess, doesn't it, really? So this one I filled with grape juice, and we should be able to unload. I'm going to try it, actually, because it will only do a few at a time. And you can do this on the fly. So tip side left at the moment. If we do unload, it'll put some out to the side, that side. Lovely. If I do tip side right and do it again, out there, nice straight line. If we do tip side back single pallet, out the back. And I'm pretty sure if I put it on the other one, tip side left, tip side right, tip side back. Is that when it did it both sides? We'll soon find out, won't we? Oh no. I'm not quite sure why the other one did it the way it did. So standard tip side back will put as many out as it's got space for, but if you do it in single, it'll do one pallet at a time. Which is it's pretty cool for how that unloads. If I missed one, tip side back, single, left, right. No. But the same thing again, if I spin it around, we do have beacons on it. And you can see the fill level hasn't really gone down very much at all. Because 50,000 litres of grape juice, that's a fair amount on pallets. Ooh, be careful. Don't turn too tight. I'm just thinking, just come up alongside. I don't think it's going to come up with the refill level. No. But I can, it's going to be one of those ones that people are going to find so many different uses for. Just also, if you just use it for water or milk, or having a 50,000 litre one compared to the 32,000 litre standard, you can move more product anyway. So, yeah, very cool from Mantrid. We always get good stuff from Mantrid, something a bit innovative and different. Moving on from there, we've got the JCB TM320S, not that, this one here. This by RossN mods. It's 16.31 megabytes download and 7 slots on console. You will find it under vehicles, under telehandlers. On the very end, 99 grand, 145 horsepower. Options available, we've got Michelin, Trelleborg, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian and back. The Michelins, I love the tread on that. We do have an option standard or wide on those. All the others are just the tyre that comes with it. There's no other options. So the Trelleborg, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian and back. Then we've got design standard or low beacon, high beacon or off again. Then we've got design again, Q-fit on the front attacher or standard telehandler attacher. Main colour, anything on that pallet. Rim colour, we do have a chrome, but matte black, and then there's anything else on that pallet. And then license plate option. We do have the option to, under L1, R1, right stick side to side, we can open and close the door. Like I say, I do like that tread. I went for the wide. It's quite responsive. I mean, you do need to be accelerating to get it to respond a bit quicker. As soon as you take your foot off the gas, so to speak, when you turn, it can be a little bit sluggish on the turn, but then you find that with articulated ones like that. Interior, plenty of room. I'd say plenty of room. Visibility. What is there plenty of room for? I meant to say visibility. I'm having a right old mare of it today. Visibility is pretty good. There we go. The JCB 320S by RossN mods. Next we've got these. This is the Lizard FH. These are by Adams Kong. It's FH, isn't it? Not FN. Yeah, FH. Handwriting. 19.34 megabytes download. These are 15 slots each. We have got the I say double axle and triple, double on the back, single on the back, but 4x2 and 6x. We'll see in a second. And the options on these are pretty much identical apart from the chassis difference. You start off with the single or the lower cab on that one, and you can have the higher cab. This one starts with the higher cab, and you can reduce it. So, it just does come down, I think, pretty much to the chassis on it. If we go up to our trucks, so the FHF 4x2 and 6x4, 98 grand, 15 slots, comes down to 1 for any subsequent one. This one only goes up to 540 horsepower, and the other one goes up to 750, I think. So design S or XL. So you can go for that version if you want to. Engine setup, 420 horsepower, 460, 500 and 540. Changes the number on the side as well, just so you know what horsepower you're running. Main colour, anything on that pallet. Rim colour, we do have a chrome, then standard colours pretty much after that on that pallet, and the license plate option if you wish. And then if we go to the 6x4, starts 150 grand. Starts with the XL cab, but you can have the S on it if you want to. Engine capacity or horsepower on this one starts at 550, 650, 750. Only adds 15 grand on for the 750 horsepower, which is pretty good. Colour options, same thing. Rim colour, same thing. So they sound exactly the same. Let's hop in this one. I do like that. There's a bit of a, I think it's like a bit of a turbo whine you get, which is quite nice. There's no doors or windows or anything open. Nice horn on that, no beacons. What I will say though is the cab is a little bit dark. Mirrors work fine. I mean, you can sort of see detail. It doesn't matter. I have tried at different angles to try and get as much light in as possible. You can kind of see, but it's a dark interior. It's not, you know. We turn our lights on to get those lights come on around there. But I have to say though, price-wise, it's not too bad for a 750 horsepower truck cab, lorry, semi. However you refer to it, wherever you are from. So that's the Lizard FH by Adams Kong. Next we've got these little beauties. I mean, the rest of them are just great. This is the Massey Ferguson 100 series by EY Modding. 21.45 megabytes to download. 12 slots for the 165 and 12 slots as well for the 165 4x4. Nice diddy little Massey Fergusons. The detail is brilliant. They look fantastic. They sound fantastic. You can have a cab on both. I just went for obviously the two-wheel drive. I just left it open because I just love the look of it. There's loads of engine configuration options on this as well. I think up to 85 horsepower, I think is the highest it goes up. But you'll find these under small tractors. So we'll start with the 165, 18 grand, that's all it costs. Slot count will come down from 12 to 1. Options, we've got Trelleborg, we've got Michelin, Continental, back again. We've got standard, narrow, wide, wheel weights, rear twin, back to standard. I think it's the same on each of them. Yep, pretty much. Continental, I think it's the same too. Yep. And then we got cab, with cab or without. Only adds 100 on. If you want a cab to get yourself out of inclement weather, you can. Open at the back. I do love them like that, so you can just sort of look down at all the linkage and everything on the back. Design, standard, side front lights. So you can just come stand like that with the lights on the front or out to the sides. I think with one of each, I think. No front attacher, front weights or off again. Front loader attacher, you can have a front loader on here, quick or no. Then engine setup. I'm not going to read them all out, but there's a whole range of them. Under the 165, we've got 58 horsepower, 68 horsepower with the multi-power and turbo. We do have the exhaust changes when you go to the turbo, because as you can see there, it puts the turbo on the side. If I take that one back and put it on, the turbo goes on. We then go to the 175, 65 horsepower, then 75 horsepower. Then we go to the 168, 69 horsepower and 79 horsepower. 178, 73 horsepower and 83 horsepower. Then the 185, 75 horsepower and 85 horsepower. Then we go to the 188, I think it's the same, 75 horsepower and 85 horsepower. Yeah, I think that's the same on both of them as well. Then we've got a license plate option on there too. So if we go to the 165 4x4, it's a little bit more expensive. I mean, pretty much identical options, narrow, rear twin. Oh, it doesn't have weights. It has twins all round on this one. Michelin, Continental, yeah, 3 options for tyres, and then the same on all. Cab on or off as well with this if you want. Design, side front lights or not, same as the other one. No front attacher. Front attacher, weight and off. Front loader attacher, yes or no. Engine setup, I think it's pretty much the same options as we go through, up to an 85 horsepower option, which is the 188 with turbo, which only adds 11,500 on. And that, I mean, total price, that's 35,600. Then license plate. Let's hop on. First person. Even the light shining off the dial rims, you know. Fantastic. And then we'll hop into the other one. Well, there's a lot of difference. We have gone for twins all round. Nice menacing look for a small tractor. I went for the lights on the side on this one with the weight on it as well, which the other one didn't have. In cab, like I say, goes open at the back and look straight down to the link. It's cool. Very cool. So there we go, the Massey Ferguson 100 series. Also by EY modding today, we've got the Massey Ferguson 4000 series, 15.88 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. This you'll find under large tractors, and again it looks great. There's some nice tyre choices on this as well. It's a big old unit. I think these were the 1980s. Or did it say on the mod thing? I'm sure it was 1980s, these. Something like that, but it doesn't really matter if they were or weren't. You'll find it under large tractors. 140 grand for the base model. Slot count will come down from 10 to 1. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Continental, Vredestein, Mitas, back again. And the Trelleborg got standard, wide, wide 2, twins, twins 2, and back. Michelin, standard, wide, wide 2, twins, twin 2, back. I think there. No, there we've got a couple that aren't. Standard, wide, wide 2, twin, twin 2 and back. There is one that isn't. Wide, twins, wide, yeah. Vredestein, wide, twins, wide. Mitas only has a wide option, which is one I went for. I just like the tread pattern on that. But, yeah. And then back to Trelleborg. Exhaust type, we've got type 1, like that. Type 2 puts it to the side with the section on the back as well, which I thought was great. Type 3 on the front and down at the back as well. That was the one I went for. Back again. Then we've got non-fenders on the back or with fenders. Attacher tow bar as standard or with a 3-point hitch. Only has 3 grand on for the 3-point hitch. Then engine size, we have got 225 horsepower, 265 horsepower, 320 horsepower or 375 horsepower. 375 horsepower, that comes in at 224 grand actually. That's not too bad for a 375 horsepower tractor. We can change the main colour from standard red to a faded, which I think was the one I went for, just to make it look a bit more kind of old and used. And license plate option 2. Let's hop in. No beacons on this one. I haven't shown all the indicators and everything. It does sound good as well. Don't think we have doors or windows on this one. Nope. Lovely. All the detail in there as well on the articulation. It's just, yeah, really nice mod. So there we go, the Massey Ferguson 4000 series by EY Modding. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, and it is this. This is the John Deere 7020 series by Mo6R. It is 47.9 megabytes download and 21 slots on console. It's got a very kind of low look to it, low and long. There are a few different options, not a huge amount of options on this, but enough to keep yourself busy. I do like the lights out here on the front. It's nice. This you'll find under medium tractors. 247,500 for the base model. Slot count will come down from 21 to 1. We've got configuration standard, 420 kilogram weight, 620, 820, 1020, 1020 solid. So rather than the separate, what they call, is it like briefcase weights that you can put on individually, that has a solid lump on there. 1270 or front hydraulic 3-point link. with PTO. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, back again. Standard, I think, I'm going to say this now, I think it's the same options for all of them. We've got standard, rear twin, twin, back in. I think it's the same. Hang on. Went the wrong way. Michelin, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. Yeah, there's no narrow options or anything like that. So they're all the options the same. Then we've got beacon, yes or no. We can turn it, take it off, add it back on. Engine, 170 horsepower, 204, 220. So it only goes 220 maximum, and then license plate option. Those are your options on that. Let's hop in. Now I think this one's got rear window. Yes, L1, R1 and right stick up and down. Rear windows, no doors that open on this one though, under L1, R1, yeah. Like I said, I do like the lights on the front, and then the side lights on the back of the cab gives it really nice all round for those nocturnal activities. Interior. Very nice indeed. The John Deere 7020 series by Mo6R. Now I'll be honest, these tankers are niggling at me. I'm hoping I haven't missed something on those. I don't think I have. The ones by Mantrid, I think I've shown them as they should be. But that's it for the mods for today. Don't forget, this evening I will be live with Kerminator. I'm being interviewed for the community spotlight tonight. So at 7 PM UK time on the Giants Farming Simulator channel. I think on Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, and yeah, all platforms pretty much. Yeah, so looking forward to that. So if you want to join us, feel free. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.